It's October 31st, which means it's a Reformation Day. And this time last year, I started sharing about a dozen ways I think we can church better. And those 60-second videos, I'd encourage you to go back and watch them. Each of them comes from a longer article that I've written, and all those articles are published on my website. But one of the reasons I did that is because I work with students, and I often hear from them that they either don't want to go to church or that they have left church. And when I ask them why, they often have good reasons. Um, the students that I work with that do go to church, when I've asked them why they go to the church where they go, often their answer is one of two things. First, that's where they were brought up, that's where their family goes. Or second, it's where they liked the most. And the concerning thing to me is there's never an issue of truth in that. Is it a healthy church? Is it a church that's doing things correctly? Is it a church that believes correct doctrine? And so, in all of these things, I think we have some lessons that we can learn from Martin Luther. So, on this day in 1517, Martin Luther enclosed his 95 Theses in a letter to his bishop. Now, we also know that he ended up posting those in Latin at the church in Wittenberg, but we don't know for sure that that was on this day. But we do know that he sent this letter. So, the first lesson I think we can learn from him is that we're supposed to honor leadership, but think critically. So there were these practices in the Roman Catholic Church at the time that he had problems with and he had questions about. And so what he did was he submitted those questions to his bishop in a private communication. I think the second lesson we can learn is we can initiate reform by speaking with leadership. So if you're in a leadership position, I think you have the ability to enact reform. But if you're not, then I'd say the onus is on you to go to leadership and to have that conversation first. You may be the catalyst for positive change. Now, like Martin Luther, when he began sharing those ideas, a lot of them were translated into German the following year, and more than just scholars and priests started talking about it. It became clear that the religious leadership in his area and in the Roman Catholic Church was unwilling to change, unwilling to reform in what I would argue was many necessary ways. And so the third lesson would be to reject leadership that persists in wrong. Now, that's difficult to say, but I think if we can pursue healthy churches and pursue healthy leadership, then real reform becomes possible for the church. And if we church better, I think there's more hope that the next generation of disciples will want to and learn to belong to a church. So on this day, we'll say Happy Reformation Day. Go be agents of reform in your own communities. I think it honors God, it serves others, and it's for the good of ourselves.